Asked him about Zdena. He told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory.
And what about the other two victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around. She knew she was pretty, and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. Poor woman. It's sad to say, but we can't help those two dead girls now. And they can't help us with it. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Why were you looking into it?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling there.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until...
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And...
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act.
Can you sum it all up?
We have 6 victims here. And I believe they were all murdered. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. The most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about... Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul. He should know the most about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanya was an ale, and the last victim is Alice now. What they all have in common is that they were young.
Good.
When you learn something more, stop. You've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad.
Excuse me.
Good day to you. What bring...
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
That's not why I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
somebody is murdering maids here. We have to put an end to it.
Yes, but those poor souls are already at God's side, and revenge never...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing. That's a better reason, isn't it?
True enough. What do you need to know?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you? What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka? She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Where did you know...
I knew her since she was a...
And?
I was her uncle. When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
Who do you think killed her?
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side. But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own daughter.
No offense, but how did you know what to do?
I was a bit, son. When she was maybe...
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had...
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since...
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran...
Disgrace!
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
Why don't you respect...
That's my business. I won't tell you.
Come on, this is a really important matter. You can trust me.
That's just what a person I shouldn't.
Come now, I'm not just asking out of curiosity. Isn't it written in scripture? Speak up for those who have...
A layman quotes the Bible. Lumir accused me of her murder.
What?
Yes.
And
It turned out he was deranged. How could he... He's finished.
I've heard enough, Father.
Son, I'll give you...
Greetings to you.
I'm sorry.
I heard you're in need of money, friend.
Aye, true enough. I need to pay the client.
One beer.
Well, you want to... What will it be?
Did Estanya work here?
Stanya. It depends on who's asking.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main... What kind of guest?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you...
By the fact he spends a lot of coin?
Aye. I like so. What'll it...
I'll have something to drink.
Something? That'll be ale, then.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know...
I heard she disappeared without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found...
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer.
What?
If you...
You're quite the...
I prefer to be called... So, what...
I'm getting tired of this. I'll give you the money up front, now you're gonna spill it.
All right, all right.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya...
No, it was at night. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour.
What was Stanya like?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, I think his name was Barton?
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. What more? He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the mine.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out... I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what. Like blood. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity...
Or in this case... apart from those men, I mean...
Well, I've got bad news for you. She had...
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared. And she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand. If someone done her in, they definitely...
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Verchlitz Valley.
Could you be a bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I... So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around...
That's all I need to know.
What are you here for? I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Excuse me.
Are you Sternat?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then piss off. You want all you're gonna get here.
Why so rash? That kind of a... Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdena, and I'll make sure you're no worse for wear.
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing but a lying bitch.
So, if I understand correctly...
For the right price, I'll tell you all I know.
Is this the right price?
You fucking bet it is. Ask away and I'll tell you everything.
Where can I find Zdena?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time I saw her... Well, that'd be back when she managed to fleece you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Ravstein Mill. She had some unfinished business with some bloke called Pint. Ain't nobody seen her.
What can you tell me about...
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no helping some women.
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up and did things her own way.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no. But she did have a...
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, seeing someone. Although, once...
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frock came here once. All old and decrepit. He said he had some job for her. That she should leave behind her sinful life and all that shit. But he left empty-handed.
Do you know who that...
Some fucking Prokopor. But that reminds me. I saw her a couple of times with another bastard. That fucking bard, William.
And could she have run away with this bard, William?
With that lily-livered fop? Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time, but I think someone was out to get him. He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miners' tavern.
What do you know about this...
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before. And he had some job for her some, but she weren't stupid. She told him to fuck right off.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella that would knock some sense into a woman. I think he just told her if she changed her mind to come and see him. Or...
And could she have changed her mind and gone to him? And that's why nobody's seen her?
No, no. She...
I've heard enough.
Careful. I expect you have something. Refrain from sin. Satan is going round us. City, and the only defense is piety and virtue, especially in these times.
Excuse me. Huh? Hey, you're not allowed here.
I can't wait till our city plunges into the flames of hell. And who am I talking about then?
Hear tidings of what is happening in our city, just as two royal brothers are fighting over the kingdom.
It's William, right? I need to...
What is it? Do we know each other?
My name's Henry. And no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want of me? I don't have to talk to you.
Well, you don't have to, that's true.
What are you talking...
If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon because I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the
What? No!
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be the one doing some...
Come on. All right, then. Ask away.
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alice's. You have to be more specific.
The one they found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, Her?
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
They say she had a rich young suitor.
Me? Do I look rich?
But you could at least pass yourself off as wealthy.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would believe me.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around you a lot.
Oh, that one.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before...
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible.
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be?
What? Mine? I never even got...
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times.
And the innkeeper Mole told me a different story.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she was always...
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on! I could have... The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old... If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Zdena? As wild as the wind and always full of life. And those nimble fingers. You always had to check your purse around her.
Did she steal something from you?
A traveling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her ply her charms for a while. Like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. Said she was gonna rob him blind. As far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like... Look, why are you asking me about all this? You don't seriously think I killed her, do you?
Well, you didn't know them.
And? I'm sure...
That may be true. But everybody knows you're... And now...
But I had nothing to do with it!
Confess, or this won't end well for you.
What do you mean, won't...
If you come clean and get lucky, they'll hang you. If not, you'll get the rack. So, did you do it?
No, I didn't!
Good. I believe you. But if any clue leads me back here to you...
You won't hear about me again, I swear to God.
Good to see you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not too bad. It'd be better if it wasn't raining, though.
Ka! Ka! Whoa! Ka! 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 Quick! Ka!
This horse must...
Oh, boy.
Grüß dich. Wie kann ich dir helfen?
What's new around here?
Haben Sie schon von dieser neuen Sache gehört? I heard they found a
A dragon?
Ja, das stimmt. Everyone is talking about it. And the priest does not know what to do. Er ist völlig ahnungslos. I am curious. Und noch was. Stimir, the smith, finally found a new apprentice. Also, he will stop moaning to me about how he cannot find anyone who knows. And I don't know if you heard, but the forest beyond Old
No, I didn't.
We were lucky it rained that day, or the whole forest would have gone up in flames. Und das ist alles, Junge.
Sounds interesting. What's new around?
Guten Tag. Grüßt.
I'd like to...
Es ist eine Ehre. And for how long?
I need to
Sehr gut. But you'll pay in it.
Let's talk about the price.
Very well, then. Agreed, then. The room's yours. Your bed's ready, and there's some food.
God bless.
Where can I find my...
Go up the stairs, through the door. It's the first room on the right. You can't miss it. You'll see a... Tschüss, mein Freund.
Ka! Da! Da! Quick!
out of here, or I'll make short work of you.
What are you doing with...
Come to take us out, have you? Not today.
What do you want?
Now that's what I call an opener.
Take that! No chance.
Useless. I've been waiting for you. Show your stuff. You're no match for us, fucker.
You want to... Wanker!
Show your stuff.
I'm all yours.
Go fuck yourself. That hit home.
Show what you're making. I'll rip your ass open.
Take that.
Show yourself.
Get the fuck.
I've been waiting for you. You let him on nicely. You.
You want to try me?
I'll sort you
All yours.
Do a bloody pulp, fucker! You won't be able to take another one like that.
Show what you're made of.
Nice.
It'd be good to know what the weather will be like tomorrow. What? If it's gonna rain, there's no point going anywhere.
Nobody knows that, except old Weathercock.
Who?
He's the traveler. Get out of here right now, or I'll kick your ass. Fuck before I kill you. What? I must be imagining things. That's enough. You're getting a thrashing. Useless. Jesus Christ! Show. You're gonna go, you Harson.
What are you at?
Show your stuff.
Show what you're made of.
You want to try? Fuck you! Too slow!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker.
Hey! Get him!
Show what you're made of.
It's a wonder you're still standing! Fuck you!
I've been waiting for you.
Come on, then!
Show your stuff. Tough shit, fucker.
I'll rip your arse open! It's a wonder you're still standing. I'm all yours. Do it! Shut your eyes out!
Show your stuff.
I've been waiting for you! Bleeding, are ya?
It's a slaughter. Show your stuff. Jesus Christ!
value your life. That's enough. You're getting distracted. Alert! To arms! Useless! Show your stuff! I'm all yours! Show what you're made of! I've been waiting for you! Oh, Jesus Christ! Come on, then!
I feel quite hungry!
I'm all yours!
I've been waiting for you.
Ah, shit! What? Come on, then! Show your stuff!
Calm down. I surrender.
For what you've done on... So...
Die, you wretch!
Hey. Fucker! Alert! To arms! What's that? Eh? Huh.
You! Get out! Now! I'm counting to 10. Grand! Right now! Clear off!
Get out of here. Ground. Right now. Show yourself.
Everyone get over here!
Get over
Got an
here!
intruder!
Everyone here! We've got to fess this!
Back off before I kill ya.
Clear off! Get out of here!
Right now.
What were you doing here, asshole?
Everyone here!
Everyone get over here! We've got an intruder! Quick!
When I find ya, I'll rip you to shreds. Clear off! Scram! Right now! Hey! Everyone get over here!
Nobody knows that, except old Weathercock, he used to travel with us. The fella had a real gift. He knew exactly what the weather would be like.
I've heard say some farmers can tell by the clouds.
Fuck the clouds. Huh? Hey? I loved you, you bastard. God damn it. This wasn't supposed to happen. That fucking murderer!
God rest his soul.
I loved you, you bastard. I'll miss you, my friend.
Boy, you've got to be kidding. Intruder! Get over here! Everyone get over here! Get over here! You shouldn't have done that! Oh, cunt! I'm all yours! Show your stuff! You stop! What? I'm bleeding? Come on then!
Go! Ja! Go! Go! Quick! Ja! 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 Quick! Go!
Blessings to you.
I need to ask you something.
If you're here for charcoal...
I'm not here about charcoal.
Aha!
I heard she was consorting with some...
Well, I don't know nothing about that.
I'm looking for someone named...
You're in a charcoal camp, fella. What?
But you know Stanya, don't you?
Aye. You could say that. Why?
I'm looking for the killer of a girl in town.
That's true. She told me something like that.
So you don't know what became of her?
I really don't know, mate. But even if I did know, how can I be sure you aren't that killer?
I wouldn't be foolishly asking around for her then, would I?
Why not? How else?
Without getting seen by any witnesses.
What do you mean? What witnesses?
I mean you. If I tried anything.
Well, that didn't occur to me.
I really only want to talk to her.
Sorry, but after all that happened to Stanya, I like to be careful.
So Stanya is here?
Aye. She's hiding with us. Since that thing happened, she's afraid to even go outside. I don't know what to do with her anymore.
Can I speak to her?
If it'll help you. She's hiding in that cottage, but be nice to her. She's in a bad way.
Till we meet again.
Who are you? How did you find me? If you came here to finish, I'm not afraid of...
Don't be afraid. Barton told me where to find you.
Barton sent you to me.
Lumir thought you were dead. I was...
Lumir? From the...
Exactly. Someone killed a girl in Kuttenberg. Lumir thought it might be connected with you, so maybe you could help us find out who did it.
How can I help you when I haven't been in Kuttenberg since... I don't even know when.
You disappeared from the hole in the wall without saying goodbye. Without a word. What happened?
Someone attacked me when I was coming home from the baths one night. I managed to get away, but I was so afraid.
Did you see who it was?
Not at all. I didn't see anything until he jumped out of the shadows and grabbed me around the neck. And he was terribly strong. I nearly blacked out right away.
And how did you manage to break free?
I had an empty pitcher in my hand, and I hit him with it. He howled and let me go, and I ran away.
Here? To the charcoal burners?
No, first to my room in the hole. But I was so scared there. I took what I could and ran.
And your lover? What did he say?
At first he was horrified, because I had cut myself on a shard from the pitcher, and was all... He's been hiding me here since then.
What was it like working in the hole?
Well, I earned a few groschen.
How so?
Every single day I had to put up with their lewd remarks. Rich or poor, people... Well, us girls have to watch out, especially in a place like the hole. But you can't overdo it either. That's no good.
How so?
Because if you smile at them nicely, then sometimes they leave a groschen, or even two. You have to keep a balance. To look fresh...
You said that rich or poor, they all like to...
Truth be told, the hole isn't exactly a good place for a rich man, but...
Is that so? Did he...
He smiled at me a lot, so I smiled back. But then this thieving wench started hanging around him, But that servant of his didn't like it, tried to drive her away, and so the young...
Von Grolla had a servant with him?
Aye, a pudgy fella, well-dressed, but had a... He never said a word or smiled, or even...
You walked home from the baths at night?
What's so odd about that?
Well, at night, the baths are...
Ah, right. I went there after closing. I always brought the girls a pitcher of wine or ale and took a bath while they drank it.
Ah. So that's why you had the empty pitcher?
Right. I went there regularly.
The same way every time?
Aye, always the same way. The shortest one. I didn't want...
And who knew that you went by yourself to the baths?
Well, everyone from the tavern.
Why didn't you go back to the hole?
Just to get murdered there? Are you mad? I'm never
How are you now?
And I can't even really leave the house.
Do you remember anything important about the attacker? What he looked like? What he was wearing?
I don't know anything. It was at night. He grabbed me from behind, and then I ran and never turned back.
And what about when you hit him? What did he do?
He let me go, and cut...
Aha! And what did he say?
He said Scheisse, in German.
Seems you're the only one to survive the killer. I know it isn't easy for you to think about it. Or when you were running away. Anything can help her.
I don't know. It's all...
You were walking down the street. Did you know...
No, nothing.
You didn't see anything or hear anything?
Actually, I knew the side street wasn't empty. I heard, but when I looked, there was nobody there.
Did you understand what they were talking about?
Not at all. But there were two voices.
Couldn't it have been that innkeeper, then? You yourself said he's a pig.
Aye, when he drinks, he turns into a total bastard. Only when I got to my room, I could hear him snoring.
Couldn't it have been Father Prokop?
Father Prokop? I don't know him.
Well, he's pretty old. He preaches...
I don't know him. And if he's an old man...
I heard William liked pretending to be a spy.
Aye, I thought it pretty silly. Though, I reckon he's more likely to attract an ass-kick.
It's difficult, I understand. Aside from those voices and the empty street, what else do you remember?
I didn't hear him at all.
And nothing else?
Well, no. He just for a moment, but I still had a big bruise round my neck for weeks. Barton said the man must have had a terribly strong grip, like a miner.
I reckon that'll be all.
I'm sorry I'm not able to...
You don't need to apologise.
Thank you. Could I ask...
If it's in my power.
When you catch that bastard, would you please...
I'll stop by if I can.
God bless you, sir.
Quick! Whoa! Ka! Quick! Ka! Quick! Go! Whoa! Quick! Go! Oh, God! Whoa! Everything all right, eh? Go! God! Oh. Have you found the rest of that human gang that ambushed you yet?
Yeah. I tracked down their camp. It's not far, but... Oh,
shit.
We have to face them. We have no choice. But since you're here, friend, what do you say? Will you stand in battle one?
So how many humans?
I don't know exactly. I'd feel a lot safer if you went there with us.
Remind me, please. What's so important?
Well...
And what's inside?
It's... I'll tell you everything once we get it back.
I can't pass up an opportunity like this. Let's crack some thieving heads.
I knew we could count on you. Tugboat will get the horses ready, and we'll be off.
Mi a fene? Megint.
Gyerünk ti szemetek! Szard össze magad! Verd le! Remek csapás!
Nem kellett volna beleütnöd az orrodat!
Kibaszott szarzabáló!
Harc!
A fasz!
A fejükre menjetek!
Szép találás!
Mocskos disznó! Csak gyertek!
Remek csapás!
Leverjük a rohadékot! Mocskos disznó! Csak gyertek!
Hagyd neki! Széttalálom! Kibaszott szarzabáló!
A faszomba!
Széttalálom! Hűzös disznó! Kivelezünk téged! Dögölj meg! Csak nem vérzel, fasz! Meg fogod bánni!
És ennyi volt!
Christ, I don't have the whole day for you.
Harc! A fejükre menjetek!
You'll regret that, fucker!
Nincs esélyed, te nyomorult!
This has been going on too long. Christ, that stings!
At least it stopped the bleeding.
Where the hell is it?
Quick! Quick! God! God! It's done. Do you feel better now?
Yeah, not at all.
I found something, but it doesn't look like a chest for valuables.
You give it here! Quickly! Oh, thank God. We're saved.
And now I hope you'll finally tell me what's...
You're right. As you correctly noted, it is a reliquary.
What?
You said that in your hands you held Knight Alesh of Zimburg, our father.
What?
At least, what's left of him. You see, when father died, as well as his 2 grieving sons, he also left behind his worldly possessions. In particular, our family seat, Engelsberg Castle. But our mother refuses to grant it to us. Instead, she says we're too young.
And why did your mother entrust the castle to your uncle?
It's a gesture of goodwill. Mother always had, but as a knight, he couldn't hold a candle. That idiot would like to return the estates to the lower nobility. That's why...
And how is this related to the reliquary?
In accordance with family tradition, the remains of the lords of Zimburg are buried in Sedlets. This is how the monastery shows its gratitude to our ancestor, the founder of our line, who had it built. Long ago. Many years ago, however, we moved to Moravia and abandoned the tradition. My brother and I decided to lay our father to rest in this holy place, and prove to our mother that we had grown up.
Except on the way, they stole the reliquary from you.
Indeed. If Mother found out what happened, she would never hand over Engelsberg. Not even to our grandchildren.
Why didn't you want to tell me what we were looking for?
You don't take it personally. But if word got out that we had lost it, even for a short time, you can't imagine what an embarrassment that would be. Our father, a noble knight, in the hands of Sigismund's foreigners? Oh, fortunately, we saved him.
I know what it's like to bury a father. I was glad to help you.
You are a good and honorable man, Henry. Once more, in the name of the Zimburgs, and in the name of our dead father, I thank you. Now my brother and I must go to Sedlets, but then we will stay here for a while. If you need anything, you know where to find our camp. Until then, good luck, my friend.
May God be with you. Whoa! Whoa!
My God, that looks like a bloody expensive horse.
Lord be with you.
Are you Pine?
I am. Why?
I'm looking for Zdena.
I don't know any Stena.
Sternad said something different.
You're a friend of Stena.
God forbid. That's all I need. A friend.
You're right there. Stena was always cursing him.
So you knew Zdena? Can you tell me anything about her?
I know Stena all right, but she ain't been here in some time. Why are you looking for her? What do you want from her?
I'm looking for her... Back in the city, they think she's either dead or run off somewhere.
Whatever.
What can you tell me about...
She always had it hard. She lost her parents and her home as a child.
And what about Sternad? How does...
Sternad was her guardian angel, as she used to say. If she hadn't been thieving with him, she probably would have ended up a whore. But by sharing with him...
Uh-huh. I'm surprised she stuck with him as long as she did.
That's because... she had a hideout somewhere nearby. That's why she'd come to me with her loot, before they taxed her on the spot. And the last time she was here, she said one more haul like this, and she'd be able to go wherever she wanted. To Prague or Vienna.
I heard she wanted to sell you some valuables. Is that true?
Oh, aye. She had a good haul. No rubbish. Mostly jewelry, rings, one signet ring with a coat of arms and everything. She left it all here. I paid her a pretty sum of coin. It was a good thing she had a basket with her. Otherwise, she couldn't have carried it all.
And what about that signet ring? Do you still have it?
She didn't sell me the ring. She wanted to keep it. Said it'd bring her luck.
Do you know what kind of luck she meant?
No. I didn't recognize that signet. But all the while, Stena was giggling to herself. I reckon she...
Where did she go next from here? You said she...
That she did. She also had a feeling someone was following her. Someone on a horse.
Someone followed her on a horse from Kuttenberg?
She didn't. At first, she thought it was some wealthy lord out for a ride. But he held back. Never...
And did you see him? Did he come all the way here?
No. But Stena thought she even left her scarf here and paid some girl to walk around with it to make it look like she was still here.
And then where'd she go?
She wanted to go the back way, through the woods, so nobody could follow her. Past the woods is a road and a ford across a stream. Next to it is a huge boulder. When it rains, the water can rise far.
Well, if it leads back to the road and there was really someone following her, I reckon if they saw she was long in returning...
Fuck! That's quite possible. I made a point of looking, but I didn't see any riders that day.
Is Denna's scarf?
Aye. I wanted to give it back to her the next time she came.
Will you give it to me? I'll try having my dog track her down.
All the same to me. Here you go. But it's been a long time. I don't know if it will help.
And could it have been Father Prokop following her?
What do I know? If he has a horse and fancy clothes...
I heard he wanted to find her an honest job. But she was...
I don't know. She didn't say nothing.
And could it have been William?
And who would that be?
He's this bard she was seeing.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'll go and check out that ford. Maybe I'll find something there.
I hope you don't. Farewell, sir.
I wanted to ask about another...
Ask away.
Well, I'll go and...
I hope you don't. Farewell, sir.
Mutt! Mutt! Come here!
There has to be that ford Pike was talking about. I should take a look around here. This must be that basket of silver Zdena was carrying with her. She wouldn't have just left that here, but where did it come from? Maybe it rolled down the hill?
Here, Matt. Search.
No sign of the dog. Again then.
Track. Search. Here, Matt. Here, Matt. Heel. Look what I have for you. Here, Matt. Search.
Poor thing. She didn't get very far. Oh, she's been lying here a long time. At first glance, this body isn't as mutilated as the others. Unfortunately, I can't tell if somebody strangled her like the others, but her head is smashed in. Either the murderer, she must have put up a fight. Oh, she's all stuck to her clothes. The rips are odd. Like someone... Oh, I can't make much out by now, but it seems as if the fingers on her right hand are broken. Did the murderer torture her? Oh, my God. Oh, something fell out of her. A signet ring. Oh, that must be the one she stole. But how did it get inside her? Did she swallow it herself? Or did the murderer shove it in there? Was she trying to hide it? Or was it... Well, that's enough. But what does it all mean? I'd say she put up a decent fight, and the killer had to improvise, and that's about all I can find out. She's probably been lying here a few weeks, but that ring is a good lead.
Hey, unless you wanna...
You're mine!
Beat you!
Heel!
Oh, it's you. Back already?
Looks like it.
A bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy.
settings.
Lessons at the Textile. And I've learned quite a bit already.
Oh, that's good. The town needs strong, brave men who can take up arms and not just the fools of them.
I found out some interesting things about those murders. Just like you said.
That's wonderful news. But wait a while. I promised Catherine we'd wait for her.
You know Catherine?
She came to see me soon after you did, and started asking me questions. Just like you.
Will you send for her? So, we're all here.
I hope nobody else shows up. How did it go?
I reckon I've found out all I can.
And do you know who the murderer is?
Not exactly, but I have a few ideas.
I've asked around a bit, and I have my own suspicions.
Is that so? See, I was trying to recall some more details, and I had someone come to mind as well.
I didn't do all this for nothing, did I?
Well,
Well? Who do you suspect now?
Well...
You can't be serious.
Uh-huh.
Prokop. I'm sure of it.
No. Really?
So I see we disagree. Too bad.
Well, who do you think?
I'm not entirely sure.
Go on, then.
Let's talk about Yarka. The one raised by...
What did you learn about her?
Prokop didn't just raise her out of the goodness of his heart.
Really?
His own relative?
Why not? He's a priest.
Prokop also admitted that he didn't know how to handle her. And perhaps...
What do you expect from a Bible thumper? Man punishes and...
Well, maybe I wouldn't hold it against him. He really tried to make sure she was well taken.
And did you learn who...
No. I think it... Yarka started working for the von Groller family, where she remained.
I was there to ask whether she'd given them any trouble.
Ah, so what's the story with von Grolls?
A very wealthy and important family. The mother is quite devout, known to spend a lot of time in prayer.
So, who...
That would be young Hendel.
And now, most importantly...
I didn't know that.
To make it impossible to tell she was pregnant, I wouldn't...
May God forgive us.
Do you know who she was pregnant with? Because if we know who the father is, we'll...
She didn't tell Prokop.
It had to be someone from those dances.
Before her death, I heard she often went to dances.
There's nothing wrong or surprising about that. But maybe she found...
Maybe. Prokop was convinced that she went to see William. That was actually the only name he mentioned.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means she had some relationship with William. Or at least knew him.
Prokop is convinced that she was murdered by that bard, William.
And I agree with it. I heard the daughters of important men come to see him. It even went so far he had to flee the city.
Really? But I found out you accused Prokop first, Lumir.
What? Why?
It doesn't matter. It was a mistake.
And were you as sure then as you are now?
I don't think so. But he's a skirt chaser.
Perhaps. But why would he kill and mutilate her? He could have just run away.
But then he could never come back.
Why not? He could come back a year later, once things have died down.
That's all I was able to find.
You still found out more than I did.
But it's not enough.
But we can agree that she was killed because of her pregnancy.
Agreed. Somebody got rid of her.
I'm sure William wanted.
William isn't the only man with a prick. And he certainly didn't use it to strangle her to death.
Such language. What are you trying to say?
That making babies and murdering folks require different tools.
But who would it be if not the father?
Someone who stood to lose something because of the child.
Freedom?
I managed to find Stanya.
Alive?
I did. Alive and well.
So, she's not...
She is. She just managed to... She said she was attacked on her way home from the baths. But when she walked by, someone grabbed her by the throat
And how did she...
She was holding an empty pitcher, and she smashed the killer in the face with it. He either got...
Did she get a look at him? Did she take his eye out or something?
No, she didn't stop to find out. Just ran. Which is probably why she survived.
And what about the blood in the bedroom?
She cut her hand on the broken pitcher. She didn't stay in her room for long. She was still so scared that she grabbed her things and ran off to her beloved charcoal burner. She said she returned from the baths in the evening regularly, and somebody knew exactly which way she would take and where to wait for her.
You mean someone followed her beforehand to figure out where to ambush her?
Who knew that she went to the baths?
Apparently everyone in the tavern. She didn't hide the fact. She also said she was sure it wasn't Mole. He may be a pig, but the evening she ran home, he was in bed snoring. Well, according to Stanya, the murderer had a terribly strong grip. Her neck was bruised for almost a month.
Doesn't almost every man have a strong grip?
Depending on what they take in hand every day. A tankard, a quill...
Except none of our suspects are miners or blacks. According to Stanya,
That's strange, right? I'd expect him to at least call her a whore.
the only word he uttered was when she smashed him in the face with the pitcher. He said Scheisse.
So, we're looking for a German?
Even I say Scheiße sometimes, and I'm not German.
Besides that, she also recalled hearing two voices in the alley. Someone was talking to the killer.
So we have a witness. Now, just to find him.
Or an accomplice. If I remember correctly, the other one must have seen the whole thing, right? And he didn't go to report it.
I asked Stanya if she knew Prokop. She said no.
Maybe she just doesn't remember him. Or he gave a different name, or...
I don't think Father Prokop is the type to frequent the worst tavern in Kuttenberg.
Stanya admitted that she knows William. He flirted with her and tried to get to know her better, but nothing came of it.
And that's probably why I wanted to kill her. And likely rape her before that.
Well, perhaps, but Stanya doesn't think so. She's sure it wasn't William, and no matter what they say about him, in her eyes he's a good lad. And that's all that Stanya told me.
I'm so glad that girl is alive.
Me too. At least someone's had a little luck. Does she want to come back, or will she stay with the charcoal burners?
I don't think she'll come back. She's so scared now they'll come back for her, she doesn't even leave the house. I managed to find Zdena.
You found her? Is she alive too?
No. Unfortunately, she's dead.
And where did you find her?
Pretty far away. Near the mill she used to sell things at. Someone caught her in the forest when she was coming home with a load of coin and killed her. I reckon she put up a hell of a fight. So the killer got nervous and ended things quickly.
So he didn't strangle or mutilate her?
She'd been lying in the woods for a long time, so I couldn't really tell. But he definitely didn't hack her up like the... Judging by what her accomplice said, she robbed someone good. She had so much jewelry on her, she could hardly carry it. And what's odd is when she was murdered, the killer left her basket of valuables behind.
So I reckon he didn't kill her for the money.
She said someone followed her on horseback from Kuttenberg. She tried to lose him, but apparently wasn't able to.
On horseback? I don't suppose she described him, did she?
Only as a wealthy type who never got too close.
That doesn't fit in with the previous murders.
Father Prokop came looking for Zdena and nearly cursed her on the spot.
What did he have in common with a thief?
He had also looked after her. But unlike Yarka, she ended up on the street, and he took it badly. Zdena tried to rob young von Grolle. It's possible she succeeded.
Von Grolle? Yarka worked for them, didn't she?
Ah, that whole family is suspicious.
Assumptions. Nothing more.
I'd say it's pretty obvious. Why else would I have found that ring on her?
They just left the ring by her body. That's odd, isn't it?
It wasn't by her body. It was inside of it. I don't know if she swallowed it herself, or someone shoved it... in her.
Ah, that's awful. But I can't say it surprises me.
My mouth is starting to hurt from all this blabbering.
So are my ears and head.
Come now, we're nearly there. We just need to find our suspect. So, Henry, who do you think did it?
I suspect one of the...
What leads you to...
Are you sure it was...
Alice had a young and wealthy suitor.
True.
Yarka was pregnant. And if the father was young von Grolle...
Sakra.
But William could have fucked her too.
Zdena robbed von Grolle.
That's true.
It's all coming together.
Zdena was followed by someone on a horse. Von Grolle could afford a horse.
That's not so sure, is it?
But it certainly worsens the case.
Yarka was their maidservant until she started...
Yes.
Perhaps the young lord?
That's possible.
And that's all I can pin on him.
So, do we agree that it was...
Well, old von Grolle can't do much now.
So do we really agree that our most likely suspect is young von Grolle?
Aye.
I don't have a problem with it. Little rich boys are capable of anything. But what are we...
They'll just laugh at us without something more tangible.
So, you want to search their house?
There's nothing else we can do. There must be a clever way to do it.
We have to find some evidence. None of our conjecture is enough. What will we do?
You could sneak in there.
Or break in.
Catherine, that's not necessary. The young lad wants to learn swordsmanship.
So I can either pretend to be a Sawbones, or a...
You're a clever lad. You're...
Now they only ate when there's a storm coming.
Good day.
I'd be with you.
Can I help?
Is this the house of...
Yes?
I'm Henry of Skalitz. Master Menhard from Frankfurt sent me to train young ma...
I'm sorry, but I know...
Are you telling me I'm not expected?
No, this is surely my mistake. But isn't it a bit...
When should I come then?
Best before noon. The young master will be well... with you, good sir.
Hä? Was machst du da? Stop that! Get over here, or I'll call the guards.
We can work this out.
You are trying to steal from... The bailiff will make...
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
The finest five wares, thin bowls,
Come and take your pick.
Good to see you.
You have no business here, you thief!
Oh, you pooch.
You shouldn't be walking around without a light.
All kinds of brown. I bet it belonged to those dead girls. If this isn't proof, nothing is.
Bloody hell. Ah, damn. Oh, damnation. Shit. Oh, sakra. Ah, damn.
pray for a quick death, bastard. Not tough enough on your own?
Why is this all sticky?
Jesus Christ.
What would you like?
What's new?
Well, if there was some...
Here we are.
I'm sorry.
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
I hate sweeping. It's filthy again. Damn it.
Your hand cannons have done us more.
But we shot that mare beautifully. The devil himself...
How long?
Then I lost my... Then I came across...
Who taught you how to...
No one. I was absolutely awful.
That commander?
No. I only met the devil later. Once they stop paying, or you run out of things.
That's exactly what happened when they captured...
More or less. But I think he understands. You see?
What honor?
Exactly.
Why were you the...
I don't think I could sleep easy if they... Fuck, I know the devil... and he still owes me groschen from our last trade.
How do you know... Who did you ambush?
This man actually ambushed us. They jumped us at a bend. Before we knew it, blood was...
Just you?
I was so fucked up that as I cocked...
And you still have...
Saint Bibiana must have... I reckon they had fun watching me jump around.